Well, good day, YouTubers, friends and family from across the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on December 16th, 2018. Welcome to another surviving day on this planet, and welcome to a very chaotic Paris, France, as protests, Yellow Vest movement have been popping up everywhere. Not just here in Paris, France, but also in Germany, Canada, Vancouver, actually two places in Canada, Vancouver and Calgary, both cities making their voices heard as the United Nations are gathering countries to sign COP24, aka Agenda 21, aka Agenda 2030. So this was the scene in Calgary, Alberta. I came a little late to the protests, but apparently there were a few dozen people in yellow vests, donning bright yellow vests. Dozens of Calgarians gathered across the street from City Hall Saturday as they expressed concern over the future direction that Canada is going. Now, Canada, and along with every other country in the world right now, they are being pretty much forced to sign these new agreements designed by the United Nations back in 2015, aka Agenda 21. Things are changing drastically in this world quickly. Please stay aware and prepared and pay attention to what our governments are doing and understand the implications and the changes that will affect us all. I encourage you all to check out my video, Agenda 21.
Definitely, the movement has started. I got a YouTube channel, so
yeah. What's your name, bro?
Mike.
Mike, I'm Dwayne.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah.
So I heard there was a little event here early this morning.
It was a demonstration, a protest.
Yeah, for sure.
We're talking about the United Nations Global Pact on Migration.
Yeah.
This is the document that Trudeau signed on the 11th of December, and now is law in Canada.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with Agenda 21.
It does have a lot to do with Agenda 21.
Yeah.
Agenda 2030.
Yeah, Agenda 2030, the mini ice age.
That's right, all the things that
global cooling.
The United Nations wants to be the law in the land, and with this document they are now the law of many things, and it's particularly about migration and refugees. It covers both. Those that come to Canada through the front door and those that come through the back door. And they're trying to streamline both paths and make it easy for people to come to Canada or leave Canada, all the nations that were signing with this document, and try to make it consistent. So I didn't want to come out here and be a raving lunatic or seem misinformed, because it's easy for them to call us
inform
racist.
the people.
Yeah, they want to call us racist just for even having a conversation about this. But Trudeau didn't even have a conversation about this with us. We didn't get to vote on this in the House of Commons, And this is the thing that concerns me, because he signs a very large consequential document. This is called a non-binding agreement, but the language in this document is there's more teeth in this document than we have in the Canadian documents. Like our Charter of Rights and Freedoms is the law of the land of Canada, and while this document does give lip service to our sovereignty and to our what's good for Canada, but if Canada doesn't stand up for itself and say what's good for Canada, then this law applies. So it makes me uncomfortable to think that we can't have a conversation about migration, because what?
So true. And I'm dealing with censorship on my YouTube channel
That's
already.
Right. That's actually a part of it. So here's part of this. That's actually under Objective 17, because this document has basically 23 objectives. Yeah. And under those 23 objectives are what they plan to do. Okay. And so I've been highlighted the ones I was concerned about. So here it is. Just if you want to show your readers here. Yeah. That's what that. So this is the document, and under section 17 it says to eliminate all forms of discrimination and promote evidence-based public discourse to shape perceptions of migration. Okay, and so when you go to part objective 17, okay, this is, and even Daniel Smith from our talk radio, she's objected to some of these things in fact. She's mentioned objective 17. Okay, so objective 17 says to eliminate all forms of discrimination, promote evidence-based public discourse to shape perceptions of migration. So I won't read it all to you, but the points that I thought were really concerning is that they're going to under point C here. Okay, point C. Okay, it says promote independent, objective, and quality reporting of media outlets, including internet-based information, including by sensitizing and educating media professionals on migration-related issues and terminology, investing in ethical reporting standards in advertising, and stopping allocation of public funding or material support to media outlets that systemically promote intolerance, xenophobia, racism, and other forms of discrimination towards migrants in full respect for the freedom of the media. That's a contradiction in terms. The freedom of the media being mentioned at the same time being able to
We're not anti-immigration, we're responsible, balanced immigration. People, the media, some media, not you, they spin as outrage. But we're pro-immigrant, but we want integration, not immigration, which means you integrate when you come to our homeland. You don't come here and push your stuff on us.
The new international plan to take on climate change. Close to 200 countries, including Canada, have signed on to the deal at COP24. Depending on who you ask, this is either a big step forward or a big disappointment. For more, let's Dominic Velitis, who's been watching it all from London. Good morning again, Dom. Let's talk about this in terms of a snapshot of this agreement.
Well, what they've done, John, is to agree to a set of rules, a 156-page rule book for implementing the 2015 Paris Agreement, which aims to limit a rise in world temperatures to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Now, the aim of this rule book is really to ensure countries keep to their promises to cut carbon emissions. How will it achieve that? Well, it will create regulations for how countries cut carbon and how they provide finance to help poorer nations. It's also hoped, John, that this new rule book will ensure transparency so that everyone can be seen to be doing what they say they are doing when it comes to cutting carbon emissions. And that's important because it really builds trust between countries, John. And the journey to signing this deal off hasn't been easy. As you said earlier, it's taken 2 weeks of pretty bruising negotiations, which ran into overtime. So there is relief today that an agreement has.
You ask, this is either a big step forward or a big disappointment. For more, ask, this is either a big step forward or a big disappointment. For more, ask, this is either a big step forward or a big disappointment. For more, ask, this is either a big step forward or a big disappointment. For more, ask, this is either a big step forward or a big disappointment. For more,
either a big step forward or a big disappointment. Either a big step forward or a big disappointment. Either a big step forward or a big disappointment. Either a big step forward or a big disappointment. For more, let's bring it.
If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.
Bye.